Hey guys, in this video I want to show you how you can calculate price elasticity of demand using the midpoint formula. So we have this product, Good Eggs. The price for this product is going down from 2 to 1.90. So the quantity demanded is going up from 110 to 118. We want to use the midpoint formula. This is the midpoint formula. This is the change in quantity divided by the average of the two quantities, and we're going to divide the whole thing by the change in price divided by the average. So now let's just plug in all the numbers we have. So our quantity demanded is 118 minus 110. That is the change. Then we are going to add them up, divide them by 2. I should do the same thing for the prices. So I have 1.9 minus 2 divided by the average of these two. So you calculate this ratio, you calculate this ratio, then you can have you divide them up, then you can have your answer. So pay attention that the result from this ratio will be negative because of the way that I wrote my numbers for price. So 1.90 obviously is less than 2, so the result will be negative. But the beauty of midpoint formula is you can always play around and basically cheat a little bit. You can always write 2 minus 1.9. Even if you don't and you end up with a negative result, you'll be again fine, because remember that our price elasticity of demand is always negative because of law of demand. But the good thing is that we're going to ignore the negative sign, so drop the negative sign, even if you ended up with a negative price elasticity of demand, and then look at just the absolute value. Make sure that you drop the negative sign, otherwise your price elasticity of demand is going to be always less than 1, and your demand will be inelastic, and it's not necessarily true, because remember that we are going to compare our answers with number 1. If the elasticity is greater than 1, then the demand is elastic. If it's less than 1, inelastic. Equal 1, you need elastic. So if you keep the negative sign, then you are always ending up with an inelastic demand, which might not be true. So this is pretty much the midpoint formula. Remember that we do not, when you want to calculate the elasticity, both for price elasticity of demand and price elasticity of supply, we're not going to use the big formula, the percentage change formula. We use the midpoint formula, because like here, you really don't know your initial price, your new price, your initial quantity, your new quantity. That's why it's better to use the midpoint formula. So let me write it down, midpoint formula. If you check out the practice question, I put 1 or 2 questions where you use the percentage formula, and it is pretty straightforward. So for percentage formula, you always have one of the percentage changes in either price or quantity. You have the elasticity, you are going to calculate the other percentage change, or I will give you the both percentage change in price and percentage change in quantity, and then you should calculate the elasticity. So use the midpoint formula if you want to calculate the elasticity numerically, both price elasticity of demand and price elasticity of supply. Thank you.